If you're new to federal contracting, you may be struggling to clearly define the type of product or service you sell. This is not just about product description or capability statement. You have to understand NAICS codes and how to use them. In this video, we'll discuss how to research and select the right NAICS codes because even though it's not an exact science, you have to be strategic when selecting the NAICS codes that align with your capabilities. To find the NAICS codes that align with your capabilities, I recommend starting with usaspending.gov. You can also use fpds.gov, but USA Spending offers a lot of extra features that will help you clearly define your NAICS codes as well as your ideal buyers. If you're familiar with usaspending.gov, you know that you can use it for a lot of different reasons. You can use it to research previous contracts, contractors who held those contracts, agency spending trends, and so much more. But we're going to focus on using usaspending.gov to research your NAICS codes. We'll also use it to research the product and service codes that align with your capabilities. The PSC is important because when it comes to finding the right contract opportunities to pursue, you'll need to know which PSCs your ideal buyer uses to purchase your type of product or service. The NAICS codes tell you the industry agencies buy from, while the PSCs tell you what the agency is buying. Let's start by conducting a simple keyword search using a short 2 or 3 word phrase that describes your product or service. On the menu bar, hover over Award Search, then select Keyword Search. In this example, we'll search for custodial services. Make sure you use the quotation marks when researching exact phrases. Now click the search icon. Your list may include hundreds or thousands of contracts, but there's no need to research each one. I recommend choosing 6 or 7 that identify products or services similar to what you offer. If you don't get enough results, try using other keywords and phrases, but I recommend using one keyword or key phrase at a time. Click on the award ID to view details about the contract. Scroll to the description section to see the details about the contract. Agencies don't always provide enough details in this section, so sometimes you'll have to dig a little deeper to determine if the contract is a good match. But in this example, we have a contract that offers enough information to go on. When you find a contract that matches your capabilities, take note of the NAICS code and the product and service code. Repeat this process until you have 3 to 5 NAICS codes and 3 to 4 PSCs to investigate further. This is enough information to get you started. You can always research and add additional codes later. The next step is to verify that each of the NAICS codes you found accurately describe and align with your capabilities. To do this, you'll need to use the NAICS code lookup feature at census.gov. When you first come to census.gov, hover over Find a Code on the menu bar, then select NAICS Lookup. Use the search feature to look up each of the NAICS codes you found on usaspending.gov to see what type of products and services fall under that NAICS code. The NAICS Lookup feature tells you what type of work activities fall under each NAICS code and across a specific industry. It also identifies closely related NAICS codes that may align with your capabilities. You'll use census.gov to eliminate any NAICS codes from your list that do not align with your capabilities. Highlight the ones that align with both your capabilities and your ideal buyer's spending habits. For instance, some agencies publish a list of their top NAICS codes. It tells you where the agency is spending most of their dollars. If a NAICS code from that list matches your capabilities, you definitely want to include it in your SAM profile. Once you've verified the NAICS codes on your list, the final step is to update your SAM.gov profile to include those NAICS codes and PSC codes. Remember, you can add additional codes at any time. When you click on the assertions in the left-hand column, you should see a table of all your NAICS codes and a separate table for your product and service codes. Make sure the codes you found in your research are in these tables. For Company A, we see NAICS code 561210 on its profile, but PSC S216 is not. Therefore, you may want to update your profile if this was your business. Not having the PSC on your profile is not as big of a deal as not having the right NAICS code. Now let's look at Company B. It only has one NAICS code and one PSC. There's a good chance that this company is missing out on a lot of opportunities simply because it does not have the right NAICS codes. So you see, having the capabilities and even having custodial services as part of your business name is not enough. You have to have the right NAICS codes. This means you must be intentional and strategic when it comes to selecting your NAICS code. If this was your company's profile, you definitely want to include additional NAICS codes related to custodial services. There are two places contract officers will look on your company's reps and certs to see if you meet the SBA size standards for the applicable NAICS code. FAR Clause 52.212-3 and FAR Clause 52.219-1. Make sure any updates you make are shown here, and make sure the table accurately reflects whether you meet the small business size standards or not. I hope you found this quick overview of how to find NAICS codes helpful. The Federal Contracting Blueprint gives you access to the resources, guides, and tools you need to win federal contracts. Sign up for a monthly membership and unlock access to additional resources and acquisition support. Enroll now and get 20% off your purchase with the coupon code FCB20OFF.